Let's dive into the world of the Chrisleys, a family who captivated audiences with their larger-than-life personalities and seemingly perfect Southern charm. Their reality show, Chrisley Knows Best, offered a glimpse into their opulent lifestyle, filled with designer clothes, luxury cars, and a sprawling mansion in the heart of the South. At the center of it all were Todd and Julie, the charismatic stars of Chrisley Knows Best. Todd, the self-proclaimed patriarch, was known for his sharp wit, impeccable style, and unwavering dedication to his family. Julie, the ever-supportive matriarch, balanced Todd's flamboyant personality with her grace, warmth, and down-to-earth nature. Together, they presented an image of a loving, successful couple, navigating the ups and downs of family life. Their show gave us a front-row seat to what appeared to be a real-life fairy tale. We watched as they raised their children, navigated family squabbles, and celebrated life's milestones, all while maintaining a picture-perfect facade. The cameras followed their every move, capturing the laughter, the tears, and the seemingly unbreakable bond that held them together. We were invited into their extravagant Southern lifestyle, a world of lavish parties, designer shopping sprees, and luxurious vacations. Their home was a testament to their success, a sprawling mansion filled with expensive furniture, artwork, and all the trappings of wealth. They seemed to have it all, the perfect family, the perfect home, and the perfect life. The show was a blend of sharp humor, heartwarming moments, and of course, plenty of family drama. From sibling rivalries to parenting challenges, the Chrisleys weren't afraid to air their dirty laundry on national television. But through it all, they always seemed to come back together, reinforcing the idea that family is the most important thing. Todd, the outspoken patriarch, became a fan favorite for his witty one-liners, his over-the-top personality, and his unwavering love for his family. He was the driving force behind the show, the one who kept audiences entertained with his antics and his unique perspective on life. And Julie, the steady mom, provided a calming presence amidst the chaos. She was the glue that held the family together, the voice of reason, and the heart of the Chrisley home. Her warmth and compassion resonated with viewers, making her a beloved figure in the reality TV landscape. Together, Todd and Julie built a brand on their flashy, close-knit family image, carefully crafting a narrative of Southern charm and aspirational living. They leveraged their reality TV fame to launch various business ventures, further solidifying their status as a power couple in the entertainment industry. Audiences loved their antics, their over-the-top personalities, and their seemingly perfect family dynamic. Chrisley Knows Best became a ratings juggernaut, attracting millions of viewers each week who tuned in to escape into the world of the Chrisleys. They reveled in the illusion of perfection, the carefully curated image of a family that had it all figured out. But behind the smiles and the laughter, a darker truth was lurking, one that would eventually shatter their carefully constructed facade. Their on-screen charisma and relatable family moments made them household names, turning them into celebrities overnight. They graced magazine covers, appeared on talk shows, and became sought-after spokespeople for various brands. The Chrisleys had officially made it. But as with many reality TV stories, the glitz and glamour often mask a more complex and troubling reality. The carefully crafted narratives and the edited footage can create a distorted view of what's really happening behind the scenes. And in the world of reality television, what you see isn't always what you get. The Chrisleys were masters of creating an image, but the truth was far more complicated than what they presented to the world. Behind the laughter and luxury, a much darker drama was brewing. A story of financial misdeeds, legal battles, and ultimately, a stunning fall from grace. One that would take them from mansions to prison cells, a stark contrast to the glamorous lifestyle they portrayed on television. It's a classic case of how quickly fortunes can change, how easily the illusion of wealth and success can crumble under the weight of reality, and how reality TV can hide a very different reality, a truth that is often far more complex and disturbing than what is presented on screen. Makes you wonder, what's real and what's just for the cameras? How much of what we see on reality TV is genuine, and how much is carefully constructed for our entertainment? The Chrisley story serves as a cautionary tale, a reminder that fame and fortune can be fleeting, and that the truth always has a way of coming to light. So, how did the Chrisleys, a family seemingly living the American dream on reality television, go from TV fame, red carpets, and a seemingly endless supply of wealth to federal prison? What series of events led to this dramatic downfall? It boils down to tax evasion, a deliberate attempt to avoid paying their fair share to the government. Then there's bank fraud, a serious offense involving deceiving financial institutions. And finally, wire fraud, which involves using electronic communications to execute fraudulent schemes. These are not victimless crimes. They impact everyone. Prosecutors said they hid income, concealing significant portions of their earnings from the IRS, lied about their finances, misrepresenting their assets and liabilities to banks and other institutions, and submitted fake documents to banks, forging signatures and creating entirely fabricated paperwork to get millions in loans. These weren't small sums. We're talking about a massive influx of capital obtained through deception. They allegedly used these loans, this ill-gotten wealth, to fund the lavish lifestyle we saw on TV. The mansions, the cars, the jewelry, all potentially built on a foundation of fraud. Wire fraud came into play, adding another layer of complexity to their alleged crimes. When they used emails and electronic transfers, exploiting the digital age to further their schemes, to carry out these schemes. It was a carefully orchestrated plan, according to the prosecution. Their former accountant even testified, providing crucial inside information about their financial practices, that he was directed to create false documents. This testimony painted a picture of deliberate and calculated deception. This wasn't just a one-off mistake. It was a pattern over years, a sustained effort to defraud banks and evade taxes, involving both Todd and Julie. They were in this together, according to the court's findings. In June 2022, after weeks of testimony and deliberation, a federal jury found them guilty on all counts. The verdict sent shockwaves through the entertainment world. It was a stunning fall from grace, a dramatic reversal of fortune for a family that had seemingly everything. For the reality TV couple, their carefully constructed image was shattered. Fans were shocked, many struggling to reconcile the Chrisleys they knew from television with the allegations and the subsequent guilty verdict, and the Chrisleys' empire crumbled overnight. Their carefully built brand was tarnished beyond repair. The story was no longer about family antics, relatable squabbles, and lighthearted entertainment. It was about serious crime, financial deception, and the consequences of greed. After their conviction on multiple counts of bank fraud and tax evasion, the Chrisleys faced a moment of reckoning. The courtroom was thick with anticipation, the air heavy with the weight of the jury's decision. The reality of their situation began to sink in, the lavish lifestyle they had built now threatened by the stark consequences of their actions. Sentencing was swift and severe, a clear message from the justice system. The judge, with a stern expression, delivered the penalties, emphasizing the seriousness of the crimes committed and the need for accountability. Todd got 12 years in federal prison, a significant sentence reflecting the extent of his involvement and leadership in the fraudulent activities. The prison gates loomed large, a symbol of the freedom he was about to lose. Julie got 7, a harsh blow, separating her from her family and the life she knew. The reality of prison life began to set in, a stark contrast to the world of luxury and comfort she was accustomed to. Both faced 16 months of probation after release, a period of supervised freedom, a constant reminder of their past transgressions. The ankle monitor, a symbol of their restricted liberty, would serve as a daily reminder of the consequences of their actions. In January 2023, the Chrisleys' lives took a drastic turn. They reported to separate federal facilities, embarking on a journey into the unknown, leaving behind their family, their fortune, and their fame. The prison transport vehicle carried them away, further isolating them from the world they once dominated. Far from the luxury they once flaunted, the sprawling mansion, the designer clothes, the extravagant vacations, all became distant memories, replaced by the stark reality of prison life. Prison life was a harsh contrast, a world of regimented schedules, limited freedoms, and constant surveillance. The sounds of clanging metal doors and echoing voices filled the air, a constant reminder of their confinement. Freedom lost, replaced by the cold, unyielding bars of their cells. The locked cell door became a symbol of their isolation, separating them from the outside world and the people they loved. Family separated, the bonds that once held them together strained by distance and circumstance. The empty chairs at the family table served as a poignant reminder of their absence, a void that could not be easily filled, and a future uncertain. The days stretched into weeks, the weeks into months, each tick of the clock a reminder of the time they were serving. The cloudy horizon mirrored the uncertainty that lay ahead, the path to redemption unclear. Their daughter Savannah became their most vocal supporter, stepping into the spotlight to defend her parents and fight for their freedom. Using her platform to claim injustice, she rallied their fan base and sought to sway public opinion. Social media became her battleground, a place to share her perspective and challenge the narrative surrounding her parents' case, and rally public sympathy, hoping to influence the legal process and potentially shorten their sentences. Supporters held signs, online petitions circulated, all in an effort to bring attention to what they believed was a miscarriage of justice. Despite appeals, the legal avenues seemed to be closing, the chances of overturning the conviction dwindling with each passing day. The Chrisleys faced years behind bars, the reality of their situation sinking in with each passing day. The prison corridor stretched endlessly, a symbol of the long road ahead, with little hope for a quick return. The visitor waiting area became a place of bittersweet reunions, a temporary connection to the outside world. The family's reality was now defined by courtrooms, legal battles, and the constant struggle for justice, and prison walls, a stark contrast to the glamorous life they once led. Not TV sets, the cameras were gone, the lights were off, and the reality show was over. The outlook was bleak, the future uncertain, and the weight of their situation heavy on their shoulders. Until a shocking twist changed everything. A glimmer of hope emerged from the darkness, a potential turning point in their legal saga. Suddenly, the narrative shifted, introducing an element of surprise and uncertainty. The story took a turn no one saw coming, a development that could potentially alter the course of their lives. The Chrisleys' fate was about to be rewritten, the final chapter of their story yet to be determined. Enter the presidential pardon, a rare, powerful act of forgiveness by the president for federal crimes. A pardon doesn't erase a conviction, but it ends the punishment and restores certain rights. It's not a declaration of innocence, but a formal act of mercy. Presidents use this power for many reasons: justice, mercy, or sometimes politics. When Donald Trump decided to pardon Todd and Julie Chrisley, it was a game changer. Their sentences were effectively wiped away, and they could walk free. The decision didn't erase their past, but it gave them a second chance. For the Chrisleys, it was the ultimate get-out-of-jail card, and for the public, it was a jaw-dropping headline. Picture this: Savannah Chrisley, fighting for her parents, suddenly gets a video call from Donald Trump himself. Reports say Trump personally delivered the news of the pardon to Savannah. One moment, her family's future looked grim. The next, everything changed. The call was dramatic, emotional, and instantly life-altering. Trump's direct approach made the moment unforgettable. For Savannah, who'd become the family's public face, it was vindication and relief. The news set off a flurry of legal work and preparations for Todd and Julie's release. One phone call, and the Chrisleys' world flipped upside down. It's the kind of twist you'd expect in a movie, not real life. But for the Chrisleys, it was very real and very public. Savannah Chrisley transformed from reality TV star to fierce advocate. She used her podcast and social media to spotlight her parents' case and criticize the justice system. Her appearances at political events fueled speculation. Was she lobbying for a pardon? Savannah's determination was clear. She'd do whatever it took to help her family. With the pardon granted, her efforts suddenly made sense. Whether strategic or not, her advocacy paid off. Savannah showed a new, more serious side, one willing to fight for her family at any cost. Her journey became as dramatic as any reality show. So, is a presidential pardon really a get-out-of-jail-free card? In many ways, yes. The conviction remains, but the punishment ends and certain rights are restored. Only the president can pardon federal crimes. State crimes are off-limits. For the Chrisleys, this meant immediate release and a shot at rebuilding their lives. Pardons are controversial. Some see them as mercy, others as political favors. The Chrisleys' case reignited debates about fairness and celebrity privilege. Every high-profile pardon sparks questions about justice and who deserves a second chance. For now, the Chrisleys are free, but the controversy lingers. The Chrisleys' pardon set the internet ablaze. Fans cheered, calling it justice and a miracle. Critics slammed the decision, arguing it rewarded celebrity privilege and undermined the legal system. Many questioned if ordinary people would get the same mercy. The debate touched on fairness, power, and the influence of fame. News outlets and social media exploded with opinions and analysis. The story became a lightning rod for discussions about justice and politics. One thing's certain, everyone had something to say. Why does the Chrisley pardon fascinate us? It's the perfect storm: celebrity downfall, dramatic redemption, and presidential power. We watched the Chrisleys rise and fall, making their reversal of fortune irresistible. The story taps into themes of the American dream, justice, and second chances. Trump's involvement adds political intrigue and controversy. It's a real-life soap opera: fame, crime, and power colliding. The case forces us to question fairness, forgiveness, and the reach of presidential authority. It's about more than just one family. It's about our culture and our values. The Chrisley saga is a reminder that truth is often stranger than fiction. And as always, we'll be watching to see what happens next.